Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Tano program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Starting now on Primetime, standing in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement, peaceful protests were held on Guam and the Sinai. Plus, the Guam Visitors Bureau is working on strategic frameworks to help tourism recover on island. Sabrina Salas-Matanani has that report. And we've got an update on Pula on Guam and in the Northern Marianas. Good evening, friends. Half a day, I'm Jason Salas. We thank you for streaming or watching us. This is KUAM News Prime Time. And in our top story, across the Marianas, peaceful protests were held today in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. They were held on the day that memorial services were held for George Floyd, the 46-year-old man who died on May 25th after a police officer knelt on his neck while he was handcuffed face down in the middle of the street.
In Minneapolis today, a brief pause on protests to pay tribute to George Floyd. His last words, "I can't breathe," as Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck until he died. The death ignited protests all across the country and even in Saipan. A Johnny Burrell joined the peaceful protest along Beach Road.
It's important here to express solidarity with folks in the mainland who are also protesting for greater racial equality.
Here on Guam, a protest was held in the island's capital. The Chief Kapua Park was filled with demonstrators.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! You all should be tired of us being killed just as how I'm tired of it. I grew up with the color of my skin, and people here taught me how to hate it, but I'm not taking that anymore. I love my skin. I love that I'm dark. I am beautiful. No one's gonna tell me that I'm not beautiful because I am now white. I am beautiful. You are beautiful. A million is beautiful. It's beautiful. We are beautiful. Black Lives Matter.
Even more joined a protest held in Tamuning at the ITC intersection.
I'm so glad that the people of Guam are choosing to stand in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm glad that there's an event happening at Mosa's. I support the females that are doing the event at Kapua. I think this is great to bring awareness to the injustices that are happening to Black people across America. This is not a bad thing. Nobody is being forced to come out here. This is totally voluntary.
It was civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. who said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." And for those who came out today, they weren't silent. Their voices were heard.
You can't be silent when something hurts. You have to say ouch.
Now, we were live streaming the protests both on Guam at multiple locations and up in Saipan. We've got that for you now right on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Please do check it out and add your comments. Real powerful stuff. In other news, although tomorrow will mark 28 days since Governor Luliang Guro declared the island in pandemic condition of readiness level 2, that doesn't necessarily mean we'll see a change in our P-Core level. According to the Road to Recovery Plan, triggers to make an informed decision to move from P-Core 2 to P-Core 3, we must meet 4 triggers. One would be a downward trend of confirmed and positive cases over a 28-day period, a low hospitalization rate, an adequate capacity for contact tracing, and the ability to test all people with COVID-19 symptoms. Dr. Felix Cabrera is with the Governor's Physicians Advisory Group and spoke with us this morning.
There is one key part here in the triggers that we have to look at, and that's actually under the testing part. And so there's the difference between what's listed from the P-Core 1 to P-Core 2 and the P-Core 2 to P-Core 3 is in the testing. There's an additional statement there that says, and the availability and affordability of rapid and reliable testing of travelers as it relates to quarantine requirements.
According to the good doctor, there are heavy discussions about quarantine requirements and a possible change in protocol for optimal harm reduction, but no decision has been made at this time. In terms of whether we'll see a change in the P-Core level, Dr. Cabrera says the governor has said she wants to continue to monitor to ensure that we have really good plans in place to make sure she can make such a wise declaration. In business news, the Guam Visitors Bureau is aggressively working on its Guam COVID-19 tourism recovery plan. With the latest on this story is Sabrina Salas-Matanani.
The Guam Visitors Bureau is ramping up efforts to market Guam to the world. According to Deputy General Manager Jerry Perez, it's going to take everyone coming together to get Guam back on the map.
This island is losing out $200,000 per hour in local sales and spending from the tourism industry. So if you put that in perspective, you can see why people are hurting, right? And so it's important to harness all of the people who want to contribute and want to help out in restoring our tourism industry.
Guam's tourism recovery effort is being led by former Governor Carl Gutierrez, and with Perez on board at GVB, they're moving full steam ahead to retool Guam's economic engine.
We've put together a strategic development framework that addresses basically not only the current issue, managing the current problem and mitigating it, and actually, more importantly, keeping the message of Guam alive.
Currently, GVB has launched its Give Us a Moment campaign, essentially giving Guam the time needed to prepare and revamp its strategy to market Guam as a safe and healthy destination post-pandemic. That strategy, according to Perez, will center on 4 key initiatives, such as maintaining or intensifying destination visibility in key markets, creating COVID-19 safe attractions that encourage visitor dispersals, enforcing supplier health, safety, hygienic, and spacing protocols, and 4, adopting new technologies such as time ticket administrations to manage crowd densities at airport, local attractions, restaurants, and shops.
This is no longer the same recovery, Chris, as it has been in the past for like after typhoons or after earthquakes or after economic down cycles. This is a really different kind of paradigm that we're entering into. And so what has happened is because of COVID, for example, technology has really played and is continuing to play a bigger role in reforming this, the tourism industry. And so we in Guam are not quite up to that level yet. So it's important for us to really digitize as much as we can in delivering the Guam experience from end to end. And so that's all part of the stuff that we're trying to pull together.
Currently, the governor has targeted the reopening of tourism for July 1st. Prior to that, GVB is planning a major cleanup of tourist hotspots with community partners, tentatively scheduled for the end of June.
Well, this morning on our interactive talk show containing COVID, GCC President Dr. Mary Okada spoke with Sabrina and Chris on how the Manilao campus has provided a facility with which to assist the Guam Department of Labor and their efforts to stand up the Public Unemployment Assistance Processing Center. Dr. Okada says she reached out to the agency and its director, Dave Della Sola, to determine if the facility that the Guam Community College had available would meet their needs. They took a tour of what was formerly Building 100 and were able to identify 10 classrooms that could be utilized for the processing center.
In addition to 2 areas, the former student lounge, and then we had a workout area on the 2nd floor that were used or set up to be used for the actual call center. So in the call center, we set up 12 telephone lines for the 1st floor and additional 12 telephone lines for the 2nd floor. And we met with DPW and went through it to make sure that the tables and chairs that were needed were socially distanced or meet the social distance requirements.
Okada says in addition to the phone lines, there are 24 laptops and computers to support the call center and are connected to the GDOL processing site.
Xerox was able to provide us with 10 Xerox machines that were all networked to these computers so that they can be used to scan the documents that are necessary.
Labor's been on campus all week, she says, to view processing center and to provide training. But as to when they will open their doors for the actual first appointment, there's been no confirmed date as of yet. Dr. Okada does indicate GCC will be able to provide the facility up until the end of July. Well, CNMI Department of Labor Secretary Vicky Beneventi says pandemic unemployment assistance is on its way for those citizens. About 32 DOL staff are completing training sessions, and she says the program will launch 1 week from when funds are transferred into the account. And the numbers are staggering.
According to the surveys that we've done with CNMI businesses, we are expecting close to 10,000 applicants for Pula and FPUC. When we first started with the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, we started asking businesses to let us know how many employees are you expecting to be affected by COVID-19. And this was way back in early February.
Benavente explains that a potential challenge will be community access to the internet, a computer, or a printer. She says the office has already printed thousands of applications for residents to complete when the initiative finally launches. In other news tonight, controversial overtime pay approval has been revealed in the CNMI this morning. KUAM's Tomas Manglotnia questioned CNMI Governor Ralph Torres and spoke to a legislator who says that the act could be illegal. Here's more.
A document sent to KUAM News and widely shared on social media yesterday causing a firestorm. It shows 41 hours of overtime request and authorization approved by Governor Ralph Torres for DPS Commissioner Robert A. Guerrero dated May 29th. Torres responded at a press briefing this morning.
I'm glad you actually asked that because it's not just DPS. I've signed all of the cabinets overtime. Those overtime are hours worked. So I wanted to make sure that their hours is also calculated.
So far, he says none have been paid. Torres explains all employees will be compensated first.
Whether those overtime are covered under FEMA is yet to be approved by FEMA. And that's why the overtime for the cabinets, we want to make sure that our employees who's worked overtime are justified for reimbursements first.
He says COVID-19 is its own matter with different rules, saying that the emergency requires work 24/7. But we asked, what about the hundreds of furloughed government employees?
They shouldn't be discouraged because this work that has been put into is COVID. These are disaster hours when plague comes in and they need to be assisted and they're there. Like again, none of them are being paid now.
Not everyone is convinced that the rules allow it. Harkening back to issues with overtime during Typhoon Yutu, the legislature and Representative Ed Probst citing notice of personal action and Commonwealth law.
Our local laws have not changed. That's what I've always been trying to push, that they're not eligible.
Probst says many residents have discussed a potential taxpayer lawsuit.
That means, once again, we compensated for all of this overtime using local taxpayer funds when the CNMI government is broke. We are in such a difficult time where we have enough money to, of course, deal with the pandemic when it comes to the safety and welfare of people. But what about the day-to-day lives of the average person?
Tomas Manglotnia for KUAM News on Saipan.
And we've actually put Tomas's full interview with Governor Torres. We've got it on our Facebook page as well. And let's stay with news about the Commonwealth, as the CNMI now has a total of 24 confirmed cases of coronavirus. A 39-year-old female tested positive on Thursday, as there is a possibility of community spread. And as the case count rises, Tomas also sat down with NMI Delegate Gregorio Kilili Sablan on the latest in national legislation.
We have unemployment at the moment in the nation is almost as bad as the Great Depression. Never been as bad as the Great Depression.
As the nation awaits the fate of the HEROES Act, NMI Delegate Gregorio Sablan is taking meetings from his island home. Many governments are teetering on a fiscal cliff. And as the CNMI government waits for word on their request for federal reimbursement, Sablan says he hopes funds are spent carefully, taking notes from previous disasters.
We had disallowed costs in the millions. I hope we've learned our lesson and those are not happening now.
He also joins the increasing call for transparency. A national subcommittee was established to review funds in the billions.
Not just transparently, but also spent consistent with the spirit and intent of the law.
The spirit of the community is also top of mind as many wait for pandemic unemployment assistance.
There's no sense of joy in my saying that I encourage them to make it faster because people needed this money 2 months ago.
As weeks blend into months, Sablan says he's hearing more pleas from the community. One letter was sent this morning.
Pleading for his mother, a single mom who has 4 kids, who's lost her job, and saying he's got a job now, and he's now the one providing as much support for the family. So that breaks your heart.
He finds hope in the community's response to containing COVID-19. Tomas Manglotnia for KUAM News on Saipan.
Please stay tuned, friends. Primetime continues right after this.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
We've all been through a lot over the years.
Typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19.
We've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years. Travel's Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
And the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Debate continued over legislation providing choice in GovGuam's multi-million-dollar health insurance contract. As of late this afternoon, the bill was amended so as not to affect fiscal year 2021 negotiations, yet it will make changes for fiscal year 2022. The measure will allow all qualified carriers to offer services in addition to a most beneficial and cost-effective contract to be negotiated by the administration, signed by the governor. Senator Jocelyn Augustine explains they still aim to provide choice, but it may be too late to do so for fiscal 2021.
Bill 255-35 is a monumental step towards providing our Governor Guam employees with the ability to choose their health insurance providers. I understand that many of our employees, retirees, and their dependents rely on having the security of health insurance for when illness strikes. But we really must be cautious in the effective date we decide on. Had we established this law before the RFP for FY21 was issued, GovGuam would have had the opportunity to ensure a level playing field for all insurance companies who may have wanted to submit bids in response to the RFP. We did not allow that.
With the amended version, the new RFP for fiscal 2022 will be renegotiated in January. The original bill called for increasing the number of health insurance contractors from the current single carrier to 2. Senators have recessed to go into committee of the whole. Guam Crime Stoppers is asking for the public's assistance relative to a rash of burglaries to cars and a stolen vehicle complaint. On May 30th, officers responded to 3 burglaries burglaries to vehicle complaints, I should say, at Harvest Garden Apartments, Villa Marcus Apartments, and Chalan Sanchez Street, all in Mongmong. A stolen vehicle complaint involving a 2012 Toyota Camry was also reported at Harvard Gardens Apartments. All incidents occurred on or around the evening of May 29th to the early morning hours of the next day. Video footage captured a possible person of interest, described as being a bearded male wearing a ball cap, light-colored long-sleeve shirt, shorts, and carrying a backpack. If you have any information, call 472-8911. Information can also be submitted at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. Well, money is obviously tight for most people during the crisis, and in response to questions for custodial parents, we've got clarification today on the length of time child support payments, including stimulus and tax garnishments, held by the AG's office. The minimum is 30 days, but federal regulations allow the Child Support Division to hold a check up to a half year. The AG's office says it will vary on a case-by-case basis for reasons such as court order, injured spouse claim, or verification. The agency works to get these funds dispersed as quickly as possible, but also need to be sure that they are properly distributed. Well, coming up, we continue celebrating the class of 2020.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
More freedom. To learn more. To create more. To connect more. Mix and match Data Pass. Take your data further.
Our community values everyone's voice, and right now, our combined voice can be more powerful than ever. It can bring our community together and change our island for the better. It can enhance health services, educational programs, and job opportunities, so our families and neighbors thrive today, tomorrow, and for many years to come. Responding to the 2020 Census of Guam is our chance to be heard, come together, and help shape our future.
Your health and safety is our business. Protect your employees and customers with APEC Professional Services. Our certified team uses EPA-registered disinfectants and CDC-approved procedures, proven to aid in the fight against coronavirus and other harmful microorganisms. Prevent reinfection through disinfection. Call our office at 477-7310 or our 24-hour rapid response hotline at 858-2852. Keep Guam safe with APEC Professional Disinfection Services.
Of course, it is Friday, so we continue to celebrate the amazing graduating seniors of the class of 2020.
Oh, we got a lot to celebrate. Not only is it Friday, it is also time for Head of the Class 2020, which is brought to you as always by Guam Community College. Today, we are celebrating many, many graduates, so let's get right to it. First up, Manuel A. Palacios Jr. from FD. Congratulations, son. We love you, and we are so proud of you. May God continue to bless you as you move forward in life. And we got a Bulldog in the house from Ukadu High School, Cody Isaiah Yamanaka Pangilinan. Son, congratulations on your graduation. We are extremely proud of you. We love you so very much. Mom, Cassidy, and Daryl. The journey of life brings both challenges and chances. May you carry your spirit to snatch the chances and beat the challenges. Congratulations on your graduation. May you live a proud life. Jeremy Jones graduating from FD. We love you and are proud of you. Mom, Dad, Jake, and Jenna. Colin Santiago from FD as well. Congratulations, Colin. We are so proud of all of your accomplishments throughout your high school years. We know you will continue to make us proud. Love, Mom, Dad, Sierra, Liam, Nino Sean, Mama, Papa, and the rest of the family. Anna G.W. Gecko making an appearance here. Congratulations to William O'Brien Rios. Congratulations. A bright future is ahead, and we can't wait to watch you shine as you enter this next chapter. With love from your family on Guam and Australia. Southern High School being represented by Savannah Lynn Taitagui. We love you. Congratulations. May God continue to bless you each day. Love, Mom, Dad, Noah, Grandma, and Grandpa, Nana, Keisha, Nina Anisha, Nino Kevin, and your familia on Guam, California, and Washington. And graduating from Sam Houston State University in Huntsville, Texas with a Master's of Science in Chemistry, concentration in Biochemistry, Christian Rios. Christian Rios is the son of Anitra and Marco Rivera Colon. This year, he graduated from Sam Houston State University, receiving his Master's of Science in Chemistry with a concentration in Biochemistry. After graduation, Christian plans to pursue a career in the toxicology field, conducting research in pharmacological and experimental toxicology. Obviously, a very smart young man. Congratulations, Christian. And that is your head of the class 2024 today. Remember, this is brought to you, as always, by Guam Community College.
We always celebrate this historic, unbelievable, exceptional class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Stay tuned. Birthdays, shout-outs coming up.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Okay, everybody, it's been a long week, but we can't get into your island weekend without saying happy birthday to some very, very extra special Guamanians, tonight's inductees in the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Okay, everybody, your birthdays for the 5th day of the 6th month of the year. We say happy birthday number 6 to Mackenzie Santos, to our spunky, energetic, and loving baby girl. We love you, says your family. They're very, very proud. Happy 6th birthday. Noriko Uggan, happy birthday to Cole. Love, your favorite sister. You know who that is. Kaylee Ileana Uggan has a birthday today, so we at Cold Stone Creamery and KUAM hope you had a wonderful day. And happy belated birthday, Davia Julia Chrysostomo. Happy birthday, number 13, who was born back on April the 20th. Happy birthday to Precious, aka Via. Love, your dad. We hope each and every one of you had a fantastic birthday.
Okay, let me illustrate how easy it is for you to sign up for the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Pretend I'm just like that little hand on your browser. You just got to go up to birthdays, just all the way up there. Just click on that, And then send us your picture. Let us know who the birthday recipient is. Send us their name and their age. And then all they got to do is tune in because they could possibly win a birthday cake. We're going to say happy birthday to each and every one, but one and only one wins a cake every single week. And this week's winner, courtesy of Cold Stone Creamery, is Isaac Nicholas Cruz Tenorio, who was born on the very first day of June. So Isaac, we hope you have an extended birthday, and we hope we brought you and your family a little bit extra happiness. It's great to have you a member of our club. Enjoy your cake. We'll be in touch with you to let you know how you can get it. All right, everybody, we got some more fun coming up because Live Local Friday Stay Home Edition is next.